Move over, Swanson. I'm driving.
Hey, Smails! My dinghy's bigger than your whole boat!
Welcome back to the Caddyshack Minute. I don't care. I'm just going to keep going.
Do it again.
That was it. We're doing it live. We're doing it live.
Keep going.
This is the podcast where we barrel through the film Caddyshack 1 minute at a time. I am Tom Taylor. I don't care what anybody says. Who else is here? Mike DeMaria.
Yep.
All right. And Dan Lewis is here also.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Anyone who thinks that we wait like 2 or 3 days between episodes to record these things in some sort of live, natural, authentic fashion, you're dead wrong. We did the already classic 58 about 20 seconds ago.
What?
We're still tired and bored and
Why
annoyed.
are you telling people that?
Yeah.
Why would you tell?
Because there's no way I'm going to be able to hide that I'm still pissed off. It's going to make it look like I'm pissed off all week, which is mostly true, but not strictly true.
It can be funny in its own way, but I don't mind people knowing.
Well, let's get something clear.
We're suffering for this goddamn
But
thing.
when I soaked the baby Ruth, I soaked it.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that
No,
was
that's
science.
true. That's a separate thing. Listen, we don't do all of them at once. It's not like Jeopardy, which they filmed the whole
Jesus.
week's worth of episodes
No, we can't
in one
handle
day.
that. No, we have like 1 hour window per month to do 5 or 6 episodes.
Right. We're knocking a couple out today. No court will convict us.
No. And the important thing is, whatever we're doing it for you. Not the guy next to you, you. All right. This is 59. 59 begins with the continuation of people getting knocked into the water, along with their drum sets and their pianos, by Rodney's boat. And it ends with Lacey Underall and Danny Noonan making out to the strains of Kenny Loggins.
But here's the continuity problem.
Uh-oh.
So in the
Impossible.
last minute, the band platform tipped over, right? Mm-hmm. And now it's still tipping over.
Well, it hasn't been like days. It's in the movie.
But there was a few. It tipped over. Then the boat's driving around doing that. There's other things going on, and then it's still tipping over.
It does seem sort of unnaturally, unless I just don't know how those things. Is that actually like a pier or is it a float?
It's like a.
It's a big floaty thing.
Yeah.
What do they call? It? It's a jetty. Jackie's jetty.
It's a jetty, right?
So it is a little weird that one corner is still like dipping into the water. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but it was at the
Jackie's
very
jetty.
end, and it was people started to tip in. I think there's a believable amount of time there. It really is.
Yeah, but
if you watch
the drum set's
59,
rolling off. The drum set's rolling off in the previous minute, and then it finally rolls off into the water here.
Well, I can tell you, they're not going to do this twice. They're not going to set it up and do it twice, and they're also not going to do it with 2 cameras.
No, what I'm saying is, I think they just spliced it into the movie twice. I think.
It's possible that they. I don't know. Is it?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I think it's going to be all right.
So.
It's Jackie's jetty party.
I think it's fine. Yeah, then they're all falling off. The drums are continuing to fall off. People are falling. This must have been difficult to film. I mean, it's really kind of dangerous.
Yeah, do all these people have to be stunt people to do something like this?
I guess they
Or can
do.
they just be extras?
Which kind of leads me to, I'm wondering, if I take a close look at the people falling in the water, what are we going to see, Maybe like some hairy legs in a dress or something like that? I don't know.
Yeah. Some beautiful dame with a mustache.
Are you just assuming that all stunt people are men?
No, but I think there's more.
Interesting.
Could be.
Especially in 1980.
Interesting.
It's just one of those things. It's a demographic fact. I mean, there were more female school teachers back then than there are now. Just the way things are, the way things were, I would say.
Some generalizations are correct. Memories.
So, guys, I don't want to jump ahead here, but we get
I know what you're gonna say.
There's some boobs in this.
A little boat. Oh, I thought you were talking about the boat.
Right.
There are boobs.
dropped
Wait, before we
anchors.
get to the boobs, I do have a question. Could Rodney, if he had known better how to control the boat, could he have stopped himself from hitting Smails' boat at that point? Is there, on a boat that size, can you, hit reverse aft thrusters or something and get yourself out of the way or
Well,
something.
they could have just turned and continued going out into the lake.
That's true.
He's coming into shore.
Yeah. That's a good point.
But as he's approaching
really
and you
know.
see Smails there trying to wave him away, if you look in the background, there's like a cocktail party going on back there. And you would think that after all the mayhem that's going on, everybody'd be like staring at the lake. Nobody's even paying attention. They're all just having a little cocktail party back there, and they have their backs to the lake.
At the Rusty Pelican.
Yeah, they're hanging out at the Rusty Pelican. Yeah,
You can't blame
just
them.
chilling out.
The food at the Rusty Pelican is astounding.
Right.
They're all
Rodney's,
getting a rusty pelican.
Yeah, it's going to
In
be Rusty
public.
Pelicans for everyone after this.
To paraphrase Rodney
And I
at the end
mean
of the
rusty.
film. Hey, everybody, we're all going to get Rusty Pelicans.
That was in the original script, but they changed it.
Yeah, they couldn't get the rights to the phrase Rusty Pelican. I love Rodney's reaction to wrecking Smails' boat. Just that, huh? That kind of hands up in the air, like cartoon kid, kind of little rascals, kind of, I'm in trouble.
It's great.
Yeah.
And he hits the horn, and it's got the same "We're in the Money" song that his car has. which I love.
I didn't even think of that. I've
he's
heard
got
that
his
thing
car
1,000
and
times
his
in every
boat hooked
episode.
up.
Here's a question. Here's my
That's
question.
funny.
Is Wang on this boat, you think?
Oh, I assume so.
I didn't see him.
Well, I mean, there's like a below, decks thing
True,
section.
true.
I think there are places for people to be where you wouldn't see
But
them
we know the
necessarily.
Scots are on the boat.
Yeah.
Scots are probably on there.
Oh, we
I think
did
you do
him.
see
Scots are
Drew
everywhere.
Scott, the actual Drew Scott. I think
Yeah,
you see him in the corner.
because they're one of the
shot.
guys that go,
Yeah.
oh,
Right.
Whoa!
Yeah.
There's no sighting of Wang.
No,
But,
I can sense his
he's got to
presence.
be
though.
there, though. I mean, what's he going to do? Visit for one day and tell him to stay back at the hotel?
Yeah.
I mean, it just doesn't. He's got to be there.
Yeah. No, I don't want to go on the party on the boat. No, thank you.
Right.
Got to get my pictures developed. The photo mat,
Yeah.
which is a thing. But yeah, there's boobs in this movie. You okay, Dan? You happy now?
I'm just doing the. Yeah. Hey, look,
that's the music during the boob scene.
Yeah.
yeah, it's the sort of the remix or like of the song, or
Is it
actually the
the,
beginning kind of credits part of
Right.
the song.
Yeah, we've heard this in the movie, haven't we?
Look at the choral beginning of the song, that
Yeah.
angelic sort of, the beautiful falsetto of Kenny Loggins.
See, now I'm
Yeah.
telling you right now, I don't like the scene because it's just, again, it's like, do we need this more gratuitous, like unnecessary love interest?
Now, what do you focus on the family? I mean, come on now.
I'm not talking about
gotta
that. I'm
sell
just talking about
tickets.
it doesn't do anything. It's just like, it's just.
Half the movie doesn't do anything.
There's no
Well,
words
the
on
movie,
it.
the movie does plenty.
The movie does plenty. No, but I know what Mike means. I'm trying to picture, is there a way to, either in this kind of movie or any kind of movie, have the scene where the male and female leads have their moment of romance and nudity and everything? Is there a way to do that and it doesn't feel like, they're putting this in because the movie's rated R and they can get away with it?
No, my point is there is no need for even a relationship.
Oh, sure. Oh, that's a given.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like there is no need
I'll
to.
grant you.
Yeah, there's just no need to
But
have
as long
it.
as we're there.
And I'm thinking, well, they could have added one more. They could have added one more scene with Rodney and Smails.
That's right.
There could have been one more classic scene instead of
Yeah.
something that's just like, eh.
And
That's
apparently
true.
she was, Cindy Morgan was not entirely comfortable with being naked on screen.
Well, you
on
wouldn't
film.
know.
So,
No.
you know.
But
Which
she's naked with an Oscar nominee, if that helps.
That I'm sure it has to, right? I mean, she
Right.
can feel that aura, that clout.
You're gonna cry. You're gonna cry.
Right.
You're gonna cry.
The great Santini. I guess it wasn't that great.
Hey, you're gonna cry. You're gonna cry. You're gonna cry.
You cry.
All right.
So interesting
we'll-
thing happens here
We'll
with
post
the,
that. We'll
this-
post that scene too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that must be isolated somewhere.
You're gonna cry.
Interesting thing
Gonna
happens
cry.
here with
Gonna
the
cry.
lovemaking scene where they have this thing called persistence of vision, right? Where if two things are similar and it dissolves,
Yeah.
there's really no moment where you stop seeing the other thing.
Right, it's a
little bit
continuation.
Yeah.
weird, right? So it has him laying there after she's laying there because they had presumably exchanged oral favors, or at least that's the suggestion. And
Yes. He's going south.
It dissolves from her laying there to him laying there, and there's no point at which you're looking at. You don't know when you're looking at it. You start looking at his nipple, and you're not
exactly.
looking at hers anymore.
He's got Cindy Morgan's breast for a couple seconds.
You know what other movie this was?
He really
15
does.
frames.
But this was.
And if you
this
pause
was
it just right, there's something for everyone in this scene.
There's nightmares for everyone.
what I was going to say is that this was a kind of a very common effect from the '80s, though, during lovemaking scenes. And I think another movie that had
Star
this.
Wars wipe here.
No,
Right.
I think this a hard wipe. I think this is. I think Hot Dog the movie had this exact same.
I love that movie.
Yeah, I think there was
Yeah.
one again. It was like another lovemaking scene that had no place. It was. I think it was a big thing in the '80s. It would just plop it in there.
Yeah, no, the movie's rated R. You can show nudity. The people are there to see nudity, and so they know it's a raunchy comedy, so they're expecting that, and you throw that in there, I guess.
Yeah.
It always feels weird. It always feels like, oh, that you could press a button and remove this from the scene, from the movie, and show it somewhere else. You know, just like an extra little add-on. Not exactly complaining. But it has to
Well,
be
we know
said.
that Tom's dad took him to see Airplane, and that's where Tom saw his first nudity in a movie.
He said, "Son, do you want to see a movie about a pair of boobs bouncing across the screen, completely inapropos of anything else?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay,
Right.
Dad. Thank you, Father. We're finally bonding."
It's gross.
The rest of the movie is nothing but a big giant MacGuffin to get the story
Right.
rolling so that you can see boobs.
Just watch close. They're not there for long, so just keep
See,
your
and
eyes
that-
peeled for
and
the
that's my
entire
point.
movie.
That's my point exactly. It was like it's like do you have to really wade through all this bad movie just to see something like that? It's not worth it.
Well, you're
No,
talking
it
about
wouldn't be worth it.
No, yeah. But I mean, Airplane's a fantastic movie. Caddyshack's
Yeah,
a
but I'm
fantastic
talking.
movie.
But it doesn't. It's not necessary to the film. And again,
Right.
it's like it just needs to. And it's kind of their way of saying, you know what, you as a societal male, you're the lowest rung you're the lowest rung. You know, you
You're
will
easy.
salivate. You'll salivate over something stupid like this. So we'll just put this in here. And we'll completely, to people who are following the movie, we're going to completely just disrupt them like it's a public service announcement.
Right.
We're just going to drop this gratuitous nudity in here just so we can get more people in the thing. And you'll just have to wait on hold until this scene's over. We'll get back to your plot.
Yeah. It's like just cutting away to like a hamburger for 10 seconds.
But it's
I don't know.
Some
condescending.
segment of the audience.
It's
is gonna go for
condescending.
that.
It's condescending. You know?
I don't want to listen. I don't want to come off like too much of a troglodyte here or something, but it's listen. This is not a
You
bad
know what though?
thing. And
No, but the point is if that's what I
you
wanted.
sound like James
You know, if I-
Dobson.
No, I don't. No, I don't. I'm like
Listen, let's have
I'm
a
like
little
the
fun,
Renaissance.
huh?
No, I'm the Renaissance man here. I'm telling you, you know what? I'm not a troglodyte, knuckle dragger, mouth breather. You know, when I sit down in front of a screen, I want to watch a movie. If I want nudity, then I'm going to get my walking stick and go walk out in the woods. I know where to get it.
Well, don't you think
I'll
there are
go-
some movies, even like raunchy, like teenage sex comedies, that are that handle it a little more? That is just like it's more natural. It's more germane to the story. It's like not so like just kind of plugged in. Like here's nude scene
probably.
B.
But do you have any examples?
I do. I'm thinking of Fast Times at Ridgemont High. With,
Well, you cherry picked the greatest
I did.
scene
I
of all
cherry
time.
picked the greatest. Yeah,
of
the
all
name of this
history.
episode
And I
is
believe
cherry
Mr.
picking.
Skin rates it as the number one of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
But
there
even,
was
you know,
there was repercussion. I mean,
Academy
they show
Awards.
but they show the scene, but it reverts back to that scene. Or maybe there's a pregnancy. Maybe there's a this. You know, it's part of the scene.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
part of the
It's
movie.
part of the scene.
This
Yeah.
has
Part of
nothing
the
to do
thing,
with
yeah.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's other
But I just
nudity in
think-
that movie that works, that like that there's a reason for it to be there.
I'll tell
And,
you what
know,
it's
as a
like.
teenager, I'm like, hot dog, there's boobs.
I got
But,
you.
know,
I'll tell you what it's
Again,
like.
I'll
I'll tell you what it's
yeah,
like.
go ahead,
It's like
Mike.
It's like driving through the South. It's like driving through Florida. You're driving down like Highway 301 somewhere middle of nowhere, and they have these little nudie bars on the side of the streets that the truckers stop at to have steak and eggs. They go in there and have steak and eggs while there's dance. It's like, why would you do that? Why would you mix the two? I never understood that. Why would you go and have steak and eggs and coffee at this roadside nudie bar? You know what I'm saying? Go to a Waffle
I like
House.
mine salty.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's
Over
like you're
easy,
not
please.
right, and you sit there and they're reading the paper and they're having their coffee and and this madness is going on around them. You know,
Not
it's like,
now. I'm trying to read the paper.
Right. It's like you're mixing genres and you're mixing metaphors. I don't know what the hell you're doing. You're doing all sorts of stuff here.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing here? If you want your steak and
I can't
eggs,
remember if
if you want your scattered, smothered, smothered, and covered, you go to the Waffle House.
I'll do the
You go to
smothered
the
and
Waffle
covering.
House.
Thank you very much.
If you want the
Hold the
scattered,
smothered.
if you want the
I'll
smothered,
take care of the smothered.
if you want the scattered, the smothered,
Easy
and
on
the
the
smutty, you go to the other place. It's like here in Chicago, we used to go to the Twisted Spokes when they would the Twisted Spoke restaurant where they would have the smut and eggs at like 3 in the morning.
Eggs,
It's like, it's like, why are you doing this? This doesn't make any
That was
iota
dumb.
of
I went
sense.
once and it made me feel gross about eating my food.
Wait, what did they do? I didn't even know this.
They'd show
It was
porn at like 2 in the
midnight to
morning.
2 a.m. and like Saturday nights I did smut and eggs, which was like breakfast and porn.
That's stupid. That is so dumb.
It was stupid, but I was in my 20s. I was like, yeah, smut and eggs, that'll be fun. And it was really gross and weird.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Gosh.
It was gross.
Like, not only can I not picture two things I'd rather mix less than porn and eggs, but like, yeah, just like that's so, like, you know, I'm going to hang out with a bunch of dudes and watch some porn.
No, I
That's
agree with
silly.
Mike
That's
there. I mean,
just
do it the
silly.
old-fashioned way. Leave it under some mossy tree bark and go find it.
Or,
Totally
no, you know,
different.
my only public pornography intake was
Intake.
whatever, you know, a sampling, and you know, but
That's how I do it. If you have another way, I'd like to hear about it.
Yeah.
I don't see how you're going to improve
He
on
makes it sound
perfection,
like
but all right.
he makes it sound like you're pulling into a gas station and filling up.
Exactly. No, they
I've
there were
apologized,
these.
Tom, for 10 years.
Apparently, in the 70s, they made these 3D porn films with like John Holmes and stuff, and there was a theater
no
in
way.
town that was showing them like you know, like once a year or something. They would show like, you know, a midnight movie of one of these things, and my friends and I would get together and bring like slide whistles and whoopee cushions and like all these noisemakers and stuff. And we would just
think
do
that's
sound effects during the
hilarious.
entire thing. It was actually really, really awesome.
That's hilarious.
Now think about this. Now
was
what
fantastic.
What if that was your only outlet? You were the guy that would just go there and say, you know what,
Yeah.
my
some
life is
kids.
terrible. You know, I just want
That's
to.
still
I'm just going to
funny.
go. This thing that happens twice a month or whatever, once a month.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go there and
Right.
and you know
my
get my
only
jollies
thing.
off in the back and just be
Aw.
done. And then you go there and you show up a bunch
sympathy.
of yeah just have a bunch of guys with a bunch of slide whistles just ruining the
Somebody
moment.
step on a duck. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that was good, clean fun. That was.
I don't
That's
care.
how
I have
you
no
watch
sympathy
porn.
for that guy. You know what? One thing I would love to go to one of those because one thing that's always bothered me about John Holmes movies is just how two-dimensional all it is. You know?
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very
If only
one-sided.
this could be in
It's
3
very-
dimensions.
Yeah. To a point.
Yeah, I need more sound.
Yeah.
Did I? Mike, you were talking about the non sequitur nudity. Did I tell you about the? Did I already do the story about the taco joint in Portland that I went to?
No.
I didn't tell that story.
No.
Well, if I did, fine, you can cut it out. But
Okay, fine.
it was late. You know, kind of a late night taco joint was open, and it was kind of it was a nice place. And you know, I ordered my tacos after going out drinking in downtown Portland. You know, I had a few beers. I'm sitting there, and I got to go to the bathroom at some point. I go to the back, and it says where the bathroom is, and there's a door, and it says you must be 18 to enter. And I was like looking around, like the bathroom. And I opened the door, and immediately I realized that I was now in a strip club that's attached to the taco place, and I am 2 feet from this woman dancing on this tiny little stage. and I'm just like, and I just realized like the bathroom was just to the left, like they just share a bathroom. So you had to be 18 to go to the bathroom at this taco joint.
Oh my god.
It was amazing. And I think I gave her $1 because I just felt like, well, I'm there.
Yeah,
I mean, I can't,
I do have to pee, but,
No, she's doing her job. I mean, I don't need the guy that hands me the towel either, but I give him $1.
Right, especially in that place.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I take it back. The only thing I'd want to mix porn with less than eggs is probably tacos.
Oh,
How's
taco,
that?
yeah.
Yeah, that's a little
Nothing. Yeah, I don't like a what would be the worst mix? Like I think porn and a sloppy Joe would be bad.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
To go.
Or like angel hair pasta, maybe. I don't know.
French dip.
Au jus.
Baked Alaska. I don't know. I'm just saying foods now.
No, that was just my point. It's like if the whole point was that if it's not going to do anything to the plot of the movie, don't put it in. Don't do it.
Yeah,
fair
but
enough.
on the one I do. I'll say this again though. We're talking about a movie where half the scenes don't really do anything anyway, and it's not. It's just I think let it be a raunchy comedy.
All right.
I think
Yeah.
you take
It does
a little
seem
too
like that, but
seriously.
yeah, to Mike's point, it seems like there's a mandate for any of these kinds of movies that they have to have at least one shot of boobs.
That was an 80s thing, though,
Well,
too.
so there's a mandate.
Yeah.
Show a little respect.
Right, they're just doing their jobs, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
I think I've been, by the way, just to get, I think I've been to a strip club once in my entire life.
You
Does that
think?
shock you? Yeah, no, I honestly, and it was, I was in Cleveland with my friend Jerry Porter, and we went into this place, and I immediately wanted to leave. I went, I'm like, why are we doing this? We're just doing this to be stupid. And I noticed that the woman on the, who was dancing as we walked in, she had like some kind of like red discoloration on her side, like a huge birthmark on her side. And I leaned over to my friend, I'm like, let's go. Let's get out of here. Like that immediately freaked me out. I just wanted to get out of there. And
The
he said that,
birthmark
he
was
told me
shaped
later.
like Tom's mom.
It's like, Janet.
It was a
come on."
Rorschach birthmark for Tom.
Yeah. And he told me later that he was really anxious. Like, I'd never been in that place before. I didn't know what to do. And I was really nervous. We were sitting at the table and the dancer came over and I heard next to me, I heard Tom Taylor go, hello. Like that was my greeting to the stripper. Hello.
Hey, guy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's always a good
went
tension diffuser.
Yeah.
Well, my
Hello.
freshman year in college, when I went to Macomb College in Michigan, when I played baseball, we went down to Florida to play spring ball. So we opened up our season down there, and the guys would take the van and they would go out to the same place every night. And I went with them. They got me. They said, "Come with us the one night." I was pitching the next day, so I was. So I went out to this one place, and they're throwing all the girls all know them by now, and they convinced them to come to the game the next day. So I'm pitching,
Really?
and I was winning because we had lost like 3 games in a row. And this was our first win of the spring. And I'm sitting there, and three of the dancers came to our game.
Hey.
Wow.
And you know what I did? I gave him the game ball. I gave him the game ball.
Hey, that's smooth.
Yeah, I said, "Here's the game ball." That's
Yeah.
our first win of the season, thanks to yours truly.
That's beautiful.
Did you put the ball in their G-string? Like you just slide it in, just leave it there?
Yeah,
That
so
sounds
there you go.
awkward.
Yeah. No, I said, "Here's a game ball."
Took you half an hour to work it in there, but you did it. Like a gentleman.
You put it in your mouth first.
This is terrible.
Florida has tons of. You know how like in Alabama there's like a church for every 12 people.
Yeah.
I think there's that similar ratio of strip clubs in Florida.
Oh my God.
There's one for every
Yeah,
9 individual citizens.
No, Florida has some. Oh, sweet. This is bizarre. They'd have those
Florida sounds
lingerie
like a weird
places
place.
too. Did you ever those? They had these all over the place, and they would always be next to like a tile depot. They'd be like in a strip mall. And I was working. As a Florida, I was working in this Italian food store, and I worked in the meat department making sausage. But then I moved.
yeah.
I got upgraded to the deli where I'd make Cuban sandwiches, and it would be across from this lingerie place where you would go in there, and it was like a front for you would go in, "Oh, I need to buy my wife something," and they would say, "Oh, what does she look like?" "Well, she looks like you. So could you try this on?" And then they'd go in the back and throw a bunch of 20s at them. You know how it was. Whee! But they used to come in and get sandwiches all the time. So yeah, they would. It's just seedy places. Florida is a seedy place. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't like talking
every TV show that's ever taken place in Florida just makes it seem gross and weird.
Yeah, I don't like talking about that time in my life.
Well, Florida should be a treasure. We should all love Florida. Just because of its
Disney World.
Well, because imagine like just start from scratch, right? Start like you got this country, and they say like here's a certain amount of area that you have, and it would just be like a resort, a beautiful resort place. Like it would be a really amazing place. But instead, everybody hates it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we should like it, but we don't.
Yeah. Well, it's hot. It's hot and humid. It's not. The weather's not good. People say, "Oh, love the Florida and weather." It's like, I don't enjoy it. Okay, that's fine.
It's better than this crap.
Either you want.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But it's not just that. But it turns into this. It's a shithole. There's all these sinkholes, and it's just like it's really just a nightmare.
Yeah.
There's some nice.
It's a collection. It's just a collection of people that aren't very nice to each other. I lived down there. I hated every minute of it.
Something's wrong. Yeah.
Something's off.
You ever get beaten up down there?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just checking. Just checking for different places you might have gotten beat up.
Stay away from the Jewish neighborhoods where you might get beaten up.
I've only got. I think I've only gotten beaten up once in my life, and I think that was the only time it happened.
I don't think I've ever been beaten up. Knock on wood.
Well, nobody's gonna touch you, Tom. You're not gonna offend somebody.
You're
not that
nerdy
kind
to
of guy.
even beat up.
Yeah.
I think I'm too nerdy, and I think I'm too nice, and I think I was always tall. I think that might have,
Yeah, the tall helps,
I could easily just have been, knocked over.
Yeah, but you're tall, but you're not threatening.
No,
I
not
don't mean
at
that
all.
in a bad way.
Mm-hmm.
Like me, I was
No, I
always the kind of
appreciate
guy that somebody would want to chop down. You know what I mean?
Right,
I'm the guy that always people always size up and want to take down. I'm like, why?
Yeah, but I'm a
find
the tough guy.
Yeah.
Take him down.
Yeah.
Just trying to eat my sandwich.
I'm not a tough guy, but I'm crazy. And if you make me flip my switch, you'll be sorry.
Yeah. You don't like me when I get angry.
Yeah, you want me to go red? I'll go red. But I'll chase you down the street for 17 blocks.
Yeah, some biker goes by. Fuck you.
Yeah. I'm a peace-loving guy, but if I flip my switch, it's over. It's lights out.
Yeah. It's over. Yeah.
That might be the best part of this entire podcast, was that story.
Yeah, it's great.
I think it was when Mike fell asleep.
Yeah.
That was my favorite
That was
bit.
really good.
I think it wasn't a bit.
People. That wasn't
That was
a joke.
real. Huh?
That was not a bit.
That was life.
That was real life-giving
documentary.
sleep right there. Sweet embrace of slumber
Yeah.
from Mike with his Romanian slippers.
I'm going to point out that it's 11 o'clock p.m. as we're recording this. Did we do almost an entire show about being angry that you get to bed and it's not early enough? And why weren't you bed like 2 hours earlier?
Yeah.
That's not going to happen tonight, Tom.
It's not.
We're all going to
I'm
bed
starting to
late.
understand what you guys are saying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to bed late. We're in it for the long haul tonight.
Mm-hmm. You might as well just
I'm going to have a late
strap
night
it on
next
and do it.
tomorrow.
Oh, what are you
Are
going
we
to
going to
do?
have a late night Thursday? Oh,
What are you going to do tomorrow that's going to keep you up so late?
more of this goddamn. I got to do the stupid Indiana Jones minute.
See, why are you
jeez.
plugging it? Why are
You
plugging
asked
it?
me.
But
Here
you
we
just
go,
say I
like,
got
well,
something
What
to
was
do.
I supposed to say?
know
Oh,
what?
I'm going
You
to be
make-
recording another different
No, you make
podcast.
something
that I'm
up.
not
Something
saying
with
for.
people.
Oh, I've got plans. I've got
So you got
An
that minute
event.
to do tomorrow, and then what other minutes do you have, Tom? Do you want to
and
plug
then
them?
the three of us, have discussed possibly recording on Thursday as well.
Yeah.
Who knows? Even if I
Let's
don't
do
do
that
that, my son's got his school concert that I have to go. Not have to go to. I want to, and that's not going to keep me up late. That'll be over by like 8 or something. But still,
Take him
it's a
to
busy
see
week. It's a
Airplane.
busy week, and it got twice as busy today, and I'm still pissed off about it. It got
I'm
uselessly busy today.
Yeah, well,
Just
sorry
upset.
for you.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. You think you got problems? I'm mildly annoyed.
bully for you. Yeah.
So get to the minute. We haven't even gotten to.
By
we
Friday,
have
it should
not,
be okay.
We have not discussed one thing of this minute yet.
Are you dead serious? We
I
talked
think
about
so.
boobs
Oh,
and
come on.
boats. What else is there?
Oh, that's right. Okay,
we talked
you're
about
right,
the
maybe.
boobs and boats. It's yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Bees and bees.
I take that back. I think we're done.
I do. Ever since I found out and heard, behind the scenes stuff that Cindy Morgan was not entirely comfortable with this, it taints my my viewing of the scene.
Right.
And I also find out that Ted Knight didn't like boats. That's not true.
Oh.
I made that part
He
up.
was not entirely
It's comedy.
comfortable with the boat scene.
Yeah.
Right. I'm trying
There
to
you go.
tell if there's a clock behind them, and then there's these dissolves, and I want to figure out like how much time passes on the clock.
Wait, can you actually see the
Behind them.
clock face?
You can see the clock face, but I think that they
Oh.
it's the same time they stopped the clock.
Maybe.
Time stood still. I have experienced this.
They just didn't wind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But really, that's all there is. There's boobs and boats, and it's
You
really
hear,
the end of a great scene
actors-
in the beginning of a pointless one.
Yeah, but it gets good, though. This leads to a good scene, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
It
yeah.
does. We got
Yeah.
good
Loofah.
stuff coming up.
Must be the tea.
Oh, Ellie.
Anywho,
But I do feel like, actors who are in these, love scenes, they always say, oh, sex scenes are the worst to do. It's not fun. Everybody thinks, hey, all right, you're getting paid to make out with a chick, but it's like awkward. And I absolutely believe that. I believe that I would be completely uncomfortable with something like this. It'd be
Right.
very weird.
oh,
My
very
guess is you're
unnatural.
pretty uncomfortable in private.
Yeah. I have to
Yeah.
sit in my own body. It's a
Right.
nightmare. There's no hope.
Um,
Since I said that it's 11 o'clock, do you
That's it.
think the audience will cut us slack if we only do like a half-hour show?
Nobody
there's no
actually
time
wants the
limit.
show to be an hour long. It
I don't think
doesn't
they.
make
I
any
think you're right.
sense.
Yeah, I mean, if we're rolling and people are
why
enjoying
not?
everything,
I would love a
fine.
2-hour podcast that you could watch, that you could listen to in a couple segments.
Maybe we
know?
should do that at
All
the
right.
end of the at the end of the whole podcast. We'll just watch Caddyshack and record our own commentary track.
No,
or
why,
something.
why would we watch it again? We don't need to watch it again. We're done.
I don't know. All right, fine. We'll
We
watch
don't watch
Strikes.
it. We don't need to
May,
watch
I may
anything.
need.
Just talk.
I may never need to watch it again.
Yeah,
Just with
this is
Well, I don't think
I'll
I
have
think
it
I
in my
want to.
memory, and I could just replay it in my head.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do a podcast about that.
I can already do the song.
There you go. I'm getting naked.
Oh,
Jeez.
Sorry, I ruined it. On that
Jeez.
note,
The 1 hour mark.
uh,
The 60th minute. We're at the 1 hour mark of the movie.
that's true.
oh wow, that's good. Yeah.
That is good. Well, we've already crossed the halfway point. We crossed the halfway point at like,
About 10 minutes ago.
I don't know. Didn't I finish the episode? Aren't we done? I might be
It's about
done.
99
Wait, so
minutes.
so
We
in
didn't
that
finish yet.
hour, how many countries have I reported from?
Oh,
Bulgaria,
3?
Georgia,
Yeah.
Egypt.
Finland. Oh no, I skipped Finland.
Finland.
I didn't get Finland.
Oh, but you had
You did-
stories from
you did
Finland.
I had
After
stories, but I
Finland,
didn't.
you're
right.
You
Yeah,
didn't
I didn't
report
get a
from
chance
Finland.
to. I traveled to 4, but I've reported from 3.
But then you
Right.
reported from the United States as well. You want to be technical about it.
Well, yeah, but that's,
That's true. Nerd.
Sorry.
Well done.
Clearly
you almost
forgetting
put
about
more
the
effort
easiest
into this thing
country.
than anybody.
All right.
All right. Now can I
Or-
end it?
yeah, sure. I don't give a shit.
Please. End it. Yeah, what do I care? Just along
What
for
do
the
I
ride.
You just work here. We all want to
Whatever.
go to bed.
Tom, if you don't have any plugs to get in, then
Oh,
go
I
ahead and
did.
end it then.
Real quickly,
Yeah.
I did have a window into my own soul this past weekend. It'd be a quick
Oh,
one.
that sounds significant.
Yes, this is
boy.
so. I really saw like the darkness that is me. I think. So I was at
Finally.
I was at my daughter's dance competition. And at the end, all the dancers come up on stage and they have like they'll play like 3 or 4 songs and they'll all do like a group dance. And this is a competition, so it's like 500 kids up there. And there was this one boy right in front, and he was dancing real suggestively, right in front, like a 10-year-old kid, like he was really getting
He
into
was
it.
dirty dancing.
Yeah, he was swinging his hips around and flipping his hair around,
Elvis.
and everybody's loving it, and
Right.
and the organizers got their cameras out and they're looking at him. And I go to my other daughter sitting next to me and she's laughing, pointing at him. I go, look at this guy, and she looks at me. I go, what's his problem? She goes, and like a couple people looked at me like, what do you mean, what's his problem? I go, what's his problem? Thing is like he's having fun. I go, no, what's his problem? I go, I don't know, what's his problem? What's he doing up there? And I really realized it's like when I see anybody having fun, I ask them, what's your problem?
What are you
I go,
doing?
Yeah, you get a
I looked at her. I
problem
go, look at this kid. And everybody's like, yeah, look at him. I go, what's his fucking problem?
What could possibly be going on with that kid
Yeah.
that he should dance like that?
But
That
it's
kind of
like
explains sort of like why you want to throttle Tom half the time because he always just seems like he's enjoying himself.
having a great time.
I'm having a ball.
Yeah,
So
where's he-
but I
where's he get
immediately
off doing that.
but it shows that I'm getting healthier because it immediately said, yeah, that's kind of messed up, Michael. You know, that little voice in your head said, yeah, you might want to look into that. But I'm like, yeah, look at him up there. Look at this kid. What the fuck's his problem? Like he's having
What's
a
with
good
the
time. He's
happiness?
enjoying himself. I go, look at him standing.
Idiot.
He has to be right in the center, doesn't he? Look at him.
Yeah.
But
Soaking up the attention.
But there was like a glimmer of hope because I said, you know what, you're getting healthier. You're at least recognizing it.
Well, that is good.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's good to just
I would go
first
to
you
bed now.
acknowledge it.
Yeah, the first step. You acknowledge it, and then you either do something about
Yeah.
it or not. But the first
Or
step
just
is
podcast about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his problem?
Well, beautiful.
All right. Good night.
All right.
I'm gonna
Well,
go- I'm
in
gonna
minute
go
60,
attack
you'll
my
hear a
mattress.
brand new Mike DiMaria.
Yeah.
Have a shitty week, everybody, or else what's
Yeah.
your problem?
Yeah,
Suck
what's
it.
your problem?
Yeah.
Just stop smiling.
Didn't even like this show. All right. Good night, everybody. Have a beautiful night, and we'll talk to you next time.
Go write some haikus.
Thanks for nothing.
Thanks for looking.
Yeah, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Hey, you scratched my ankle.